Hello and welcome to Clearview News Desk. We're reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. I am Florence Joshua. Welcome. The All Progressive Congress (APC) has clarified that the 2027 presidential ticket remains open to all interested aspirants, despite a wave of endorsement for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's second-term bid. Speaking at an interactive session with journalists at the party's national secretariat in Abuja on Wednesday, APC's National Organizing Secretary Suleiman Muhammadu Arigungu stressed that the party would not shut its doors to competition during the primaries. He said while Tinubu had earned wide recognition for his performance in office, the APC remained committed to democratic principles. The Sokoto-born politician explained that the endorsement by the National Working Committee, the Progressive Governors Forum led by Senator Hope Uzodinma, and the National Assembly leadership under Senator Godswill Akpabio were merely an appreciation of Tinubu's leadership. Arigungu dismissed suggestions that APC might adopt the same approach as the People's Democratic Party in 2014, when it printed a single form for then-President Goodluck Jonathan, effectively shutting out challengers. A disturbing incident involving a secondary school student alongside 40 others who were discovered to have had contraceptive implants in their upper arm has raised uproar on social media, with many Nigerians asking if teenagers should be allowed to make decisions about their reproductive health. Clearview News crew was on the streets of Abuja to find out the opinions of Nigerians on these disturbing trends among young girls.
A recent incident involving a teenager has raised questions about the moral decadence in the society. Clearview News Desk gathered that a female SS2 student who was being disciplined for an offense committed was discovered to have blood dripping from her upper arm, and upon close examination, it was discovered that she was bleeding from a contraceptive implant lodged in her upper arm. A school-wide investigation further revealed that at least 40 female students had similar implants, which raised questions of the implications on the future of the society. Speaking with Nigerians on the streets of Abuja, some residents condemned the idea.
It's not advisable to do the family planning, it's not advisable to do abortion, it's not advisable to take drugs on your own as a parent. Since your child below 18 can meet a man, that child can be able to face what enjoyment, because what you enjoy is the same thing that will bring the pain. So since you can be able to put yourself on a bed for a man ready to give out that child,
because they thought that it is through this family planning, if you do it, that you maybe if you go and meet a man, that the thing will not enter. Sometimes the thing disappoints, you understand. It's not advisable to be doing that kind thing to this our young girls. Once you do it, then you want that person to be going up and down looking for men to sleep, because they believe, as your mother help her and did it, they believe that maybe this will solve their problem. You understand? That even if they go and meet their boyfriend, that they will not get it, they will not carry belly. It's not true. So it's not good.
I guess it's for people that are already married that wants to have a control over childbirth. So I don't see what a secondary school, a teenager, what business he has with trying to control childbirth. So it's totally out of place. It's wrong.
Some, however, share a different opinion.
Contraceptive is a very safe way to prevent unwanted pregnancy and prevent teen pregnancy, which would totally derail the child's future. The child made a very, very, should I say, wise decision if they know that they will be engaging in sex. But in terms of the way the society sees it, is not something to be encouraged. Kids under 18 should not be getting contraceptive, but in an environment where they will be exposed to premarital sex, they should protect themselves. I mean, it's better than getting pregnant, right?
Speaking on the health implications, a retired matron, Roslyn Itoya, said it is not advisable for unmarried young girls to engage in family planning, but rather abstain from premarital sex.
I'm against teenagers taking a contraceptive. It might affect their hormones production, especially the estrogen and progesterone, all those luteinizing hormones, the ones that are responsible for conception. This contraceptive can affect them. In future, when they get married, it might be difficult for them to become pregnant. You see, then we'll be looking for deliverance here and there, not knowing what we have done in the past.
Advising parents, respondents were of the opinion that proper parenting from both biological parents and guardians is the way forward.
We that are mothers, we need to monitor our daughters. We need to monitor them bomber to bomber. Sometimes we, our mothers, are even the ones that are pushing them, go, so that they will bring money to us. But it is not good. If you have a daughter like me, I have a daughter. I know the way I'm following her. I used to enter into her cases, enter, phone, everything. I must know. In fact, I make myself a friend to my daughter.
We as parents, we have to work on our girl's child. Just, it's not only girl child, you understand, children. We have to let them be aware of the society, of how the present age is. My child is just 10 years, but I've started like 7 years teaching her about sex education, letting her to be aware that it's not all that glitters are good. A parent who have encouraged her child to do it will go to school and also say, my mother did it. Do you understand? So before you know it, the other one will go and meet the parent. But you know, it now become like a normal thing, but it's not normal.
While bringing up the girl child, let her know what is right and what is wrong. Groom her in the right values. She will make the right choices, even without you being there. She will always make the right choices.
There is no law against the use of contraceptives among young girls in Nigeria, but the society frowns at it because of moral and religious values. However, many NGOs are offering sexuality education and have opened counseling clinics. Apiola Alafe reporting for Clearview News.
A tragic accident on Lagos' third mainland bridge has left many questioning whether we are losing our humanity. The incident involved a young woman and a photographer who lost their lives when the car they were in crashed into the lagoon. But what was even more disturbing is the heartbreaking response that followed the reports.
According to eyewitnesses, despite the presence of LASMA and Marine Police at the scene, no meaningful rescue effort was made. Instead, grieving relatives were forced to turn to local fishermen who identified the submerged car but refused to act until the family paid the sum of 400,000 naira. In their pain, the family gave in to the request not to bargain for life, but simply to bring their loved one home for a proper burial. For many, this was not just about the accident, but an eye-opener to deeper issues in our society, where help is given in return for cash, when officials saddled with the responsibility to rescue, stand by and watch families pay strangers to recover victims of tragedy. We must ask ourselves, are we losing our humanity? Online voices amplify this pain as friends, relatives, and members of the community mourn the victims, with others calling on the government to empower divers and facilitate adequate emergency response. Money should never stand in the way of rescue, one grieving voice wrote. Arugundade Muturayo, reporting for Clearview News.
Meanwhile, violent clashes between operatives of the Nigerian Police Force and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) in Amaeze community, Ivo local government area of Ebonyi State, has left one policeman dead and several others injured. Confirming the incident this Thursday, the chairman of Ivo local government, Emmanuel Aja, said he was briefed by the divisional police officer DPO of Evo Division, about the bloody confrontation between the two sister security agencies. It was gathered that trouble erupted when three Toyota Hilux vans, conveying about 30 policemen, reportedly double-crossed and opened fire on an NSCDC van conveying mining equipment to a site in Amaze. Eyewitnesses from Amaze community who pleaded anonymity allege that the deceased policeman, identified as Shadrach, may have been mistakenly shot by his colleagues. Meanwhile, efforts to get the reaction of the Ebonyi State Police Command were not successful, as the Public Relations Officer, SP Joshua Okundu, could not be reached for comment, as the dead police officer has been deposited in the morgue, while those injured were rushed to a nearby hospital for treatment. The police and NSCDC's authorities in Ebonyi State are yet to issue official statements on the incident as at the present time. The Ondo State Police Command has detained a pastor and his wife for allegedly staging her abduction in a bid to extort money from relatives living abroad. Spokesperson for the command, DSP Olushola Ayanlade, confirmed the arrest on Wednesday. According to the police, Ms. Taiwo deliberately locked herself inside a room while her husband contacted relatives, claiming she had been kidnapped by gunmen while demanding a ransom of 10 million naira to secure her release. One of the relatives, identified as Joseph, grew suspicious and petitioned the Commissioner of Police, CP Adebowale Lawal, prompting the Special Anti-Kidnapping Squad, working with officers from the division, to move into action and storm the couple's residence. The police added that during questioning, Ms. Taiwo admitted the entire incident was staged. Meanwhile, both husband and wife are being held in custody and are expected to face charges after the conclusion of investigations. And that's the news. You can follow up on latest events and happenings around you via social media platforms on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Clearview News Desk, or via handle on X, formerly known as Twitter, at Clearview Online. Many thanks for watching. I am Florence Joshua.